Brandy here. Welcome back to my greenhouse. It's been a minute. So I'm probably a little bit of a sweaty mess. I have been out here. We had a little bit of a reprieve from I think yesterday we got up to like 95, and in the shade it felt like 98, and it was like, felt like it was over 100, you know, if you were out in the sun and stuff, over 100 actually. So today, like right now, it's around 86, 87. It is, the humidity's kind of high, but that's Georgia, so that's just what it is. So today I've been trying to clean out my greenhouse because I need to take this opportunity while I have weather that's tolerable, that I can get my seeds started, my fall seeds started. I have reset my summer gardens that I'm trying for another crop, with the exception of some bush green beans. I still have a couple of zucchini plants to take out, and I haven't done those yet. I may do them after I do this, and then maybe seed in the morning, because I'm thinking I may soak those green bean seeds to give them a jump start. And because I think we have pretty good chances next week of afternoon thunderstorms. So I did a seed haul, and I love this. This was so good. So I want to try to get some of that started, as well as I thought I had one more lettuce that I had gotten. I don't know, maybe not. So I want to get some lettuce seeds started. I want to get some brassica seeds started. Now these are not going to be all of my brassicas, because what I want to try to do is kind of do a succession planting of said items, because I'm not going to need all of my broccoli to come in at once. And so I feel like if I can get some of it in, and then maybe a week or two later plant some more, that'll keep me coming in with these root crops. Now some of this stuff I do know you can overwinter. Doesn't always work. But sometimes it does work. So it's worth trying where I live. So oh, I know what I was gonna also, I was thinking about doing the kale with my, trying it in the green stock, this Blue Ridge kale. I didn't have as many issues with the kale and slugs in my bed back here, but I didn't grow up in the front garden, so I don't know if it would have been an issue up there. I just seem to have a lot more pest pressure up there. So so anyway, we're gonna get on this, and I thought I would bring you along. I have my cheat sheets from when I planted in the winter for early spring crops. So it just tells me, you know, what do I need? Do I need a heat mat? Do I need lights? Do I need both? Any kind of special things that I need? How many weeks do I need to start these before I'm going to put them out? Well, I want to have these out in the next 4 weeks. I'm hoping in the next 4 weeks. So when you're doing brassicas, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, you're going to want to get those started 4 to 6 weeks before you want to plant it out. So I want to go ahead and get some of those started. And I also want to try, because if y'all remember in my seed haul, I got these, I don't know if it had a picture. I don't think it had a picture. I got this pack of Savannah sweet onions. Okay, so onions you've got to do about 8 to 10 weeks before you're going to put them out. And you typically will plant them in the fall, and then you harvest in the spring. So I'm thinking I want to go ahead and try to get some of these started, just see how they do. All of these germinate within 5 to 10-ish days. The onions should sprout within 4 to 5 days is what it says. So we will see if these do. With your brassicas, you only want to seed them about 1/4 of an inch. And they don't need light, but they do need heat to germinate. I don't know if I am going back and forth if I should just leave them out here in the greenhouse and see if they germinate, because it's plenty warm, or if I should put them on the heat mat. And I'm not going to put them on a heat mat in the greenhouse. That I do know. So they don't need any kind of special light to germinate. And use a rutabaga. They are delicious. You could make like a rutabaga and like cheesy casserole. But we honestly, we like them peeled, chopped up, and just boiled with like salt and pepper. Delicious. And I don't know if it's a southern thing. I also have some of the purple top ones. But the issue I have with these, the seeds are tiny. And you're supposed to direct sow these. These like to be direct sown. I know this. I have direct sown them. My problem is it's very difficult to thin them and not disturb the other. And they get intertwined and then they kind of grow together and you don't get a fully formed rutabaga. You get a stunted carrot twist. And I don't want that. I'd like to be able to get real rutabagas that I can store. And so what I was talking with my oldest son was a biology major, and he actually, in his college years, he did a lot of stuff on food science, and he also worked, there was a farm that his college maintains for their commissary area, and he worked in that as well as with the bees and different things on the property. So I was asking him, you know, I have my soil block here. I said, you know, if I have it right here where I can see the tiny seed going in, not bent over a bed trying to see where I'm putting everything, I feel like I can manage these a little bit better. And I said, what do you think if I did it in a soil block, and as soon as I saw it was starting to germinate and stuff like that, get it in the ground so that I know it's spaced correctly? And he said, well, yes, it would much prefer to be direct sown. He says, but I would try it. I think it sounds like a good thing to try at least and see how it goes. So that is something else I'm going to do. And I will kind of keep you updated if it works, because I have found solutions on carrots. And I don't know that I brought it out in my beets. And that is, I have been buying almost all of my seeds, not all, but almost all, in seed tape so that it's already spaced out. Now, if I could find where you could get that tape from and I could just put my own seeds on it and then plant it, I would do that. Because when you have that seed tape, it's spaced out just like it should be. And then you just cover it with the soil, and depending on what it is or how deep you go. And then it will grow. It won't grow too close together. You don't have to thin them. And I have seen the videos where you make the gooey gunk stuff and you put your carrot seeds into it. I'm not real interested in doing that. I like the seed tape. I can get it pretty easily. I wait for like my Tractor Supply to put the burpee seeds like 30% off, 40% off, and I go pick them up then. And they're actually starting to get more and more things they're using the seed tape with, like they had Swiss chard, radish. I think I actually have some lettuces, but I'm gonna have to figure out how I would do those, because like I said, I don't love them in the bed. I think if I do those, I may grow those for the chickens in the cooler temperatures, you know, so that I have stuff I can give them. But anyway, I'm rambling. I'm gonna speed this part up. Now, when you do a soil block, I actually have, I really like this seedling mix to start seeds in. I have found, this is Sungro, I have found it to be consistent. And so I have liked this. I have tried different things. I've tried mixing my own, but I like this one. I just do. And I also have purchased the Vermont Compost, which I've only read amazing reviews about, and I think I put a little of it in something, but I haven't started any seeds in it. So I'm thinking about doing the Vermont Compost for my seed block, because I know that's what it's recommended to go with this. And you have to get it pre-moistened. You don't want it soaking wet, but you want it to hold its form. And then you take your I keep wanting to say a salt block. your soil block, and you'll grab up the soil and you'll put it in a seed tray, and then you come back through and you do all your seeds. So I am gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and get my soil wet. I'm gonna speed all this up or this video will be forever, and I don't think you want that. And so yeah, and then we will plant it out. My other ones, my brassicas, I like using these individual containers. I have a lot of these. These come from Bootstrap Farmer, and they have all different. They have ones where you can just get like white or black. I got these special. I guess it was not this year. I think it was spring 2022, something like that. And I have an abundance of these, and so I really like planting. I really like planting my brassicas up into these individual pots. And then I have the holders for these and the trays for the watering. And I want to try to use, I like using the seed mix to fill these up. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get some seeds started. And so here I'm getting my little 2-inch pots in the little holder that sits inside of the watering well. These are from Bootstrap Farmer. And I really like these for like brassicas, or if you're doing tomatoes, because you can color coordinate what's what. And I just find that helpful when I'm planting things out. And it goes pretty quickly if you have a good seed starting mix. And that's kind of what I'm testing today, to see if I prefer the Sungro or the Vermont Compost. I think both are probably very high quality. The one thing I did feel like after spring planting, I didn't like mixing my own. Okay guys, that's about what I have left. So this holds 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 4, 32. So this has 32 individual plants. This is what I want to use for my soil block, and I probably have enough left of this. This was 8 quarts of seed starting mix. And so I'm going to try to pull it to one side so that we can see if we see a difference in this and the Vermont Compost, because this bag runs me about, well, it used to run me about $5. I think now it's about $7. I actually had that. I found it when I was cleaning out some stuff in the garage. And so that one probably actually cost me closer to $5 because I didn't use it this spring. So this is a soil block. And all you're going to do, so I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to kind of really try to fill up my soil block. So you see it looks like that. And then all you're going to do is I'm going to come over here in my tray. Let me move this. And I'm just going to flip it like that. And I'm going to press it. And if you can see, it left a little dimple for me to set my seeds in. So that's it. If I was not filming this, I would not be wearing gloves because it is much easier to use the soil block without the gloves. Alright guys, I'm going to take some of this Vermont Compost. I'm going to try to take about the same amount as I did with this other one. This Vermont Compost, you can get it like on Amazon. And I mean, if you get healthy plants, it's worth it, but it is like, well, when I got it, it may be more now, or maybe it went down, I don't know. But when I bought mine in the spring, it was back ordered, so I ended up, that's why I didn't use it, because it came so late. I had already started most of my plants, but it was like $28 for that bag. So That's why, like I said, I like this one, even with the price hike at $7. We'll see. So, all right, this is about 2 quarts of water. And I'm not sure if I'll put all of this in this one because this is new for me. I knew kind of what to do with that one because I've used it before. You want it to be able to hold its shape. I'm going to do some more. I don't know that I'm going to use all of that though. If you feel like you get too much, you can always add, you know, a little bit more or whatever. Okay, I will say this looks really pretty. Smells earthy, which that's what you want. You want good soil. I'm hoping I didn't get that too wet. I may end up putting we'll try it. I may end up having to put some more soil. All right, so we're going to take our soil blocker like we just did, and we'll bring my tray back. It was funny because my son was like, I just much prefer direct sowing. It's so much faster than them soil blocks. And I'm like, honestly, the soil blocks, when you do a bunch of those, or even the smaller trays, to me, this is easier. And like I said, some things are fine direct sown, but I just know what my experience has been. All right, so it is a little hard to maneuver this with the gloves. Okay, let's see if it holds up the structure. And they have different sizes, so you can get teeny soil blocks. So if you're doing real small plugs that you're trying to do, you can get one of those too. I can link this in the description. But it's going pretty fast, as you can see. I'm going to speed the rest up. So I told you the other one was 8 quarts of soil. Well, the Vermont bag is 20 quarts of soil. So it's still kind of pricey compared to the Sungro. So let's see how this goes. So I think what I want to use to test, so I know the soil blocks I want to use, I want to do, oh no, I don't want my seeds to get wet. I know that I wanted to use I want to do some rutabagas we're going to do in this test. So we'll put rutabagas, and I want to find those onions. Is that it? Nope. Here they are. And I have another, where's the other? Here's the other rutabaga. Okay. I don't know if you can even, they are teeny tiny. That is a rutabaga seed. So I'm going to put 3 seeds in this one, and I'm going to do 3 seeds in that one. All right, we'll do 2 more. And we'll see. Well, honestly, we're going to do 3. We will see how these are. All right. So those, and then we'll do, so we've got 3. Open these. I'm going to run out of this one kind. All right, and then these are all going to be rutabagas. And then these, I'm trying 2 seeds. And you definitely can control it a little bit better when it's like this. Oh, I already planted that one. Oh, darn it. Oh well. Well, I guess that one will be, I guess who? Already planted that one. And I've already planted that. I planted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one's been planted, these 2. Alright. Alright, so those first 5, these first 6 are American purple top rutabagas, and I'm not really sure how you, Laurelton rutabaga, I'm not sure how you say that. So that'll be, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all this is rutabagas. Alright, so now let's do some onions. I don't think I'm going to plant lettuce in that. I think I'm going to do the rest in onions. We're going to see how it goes. Why not? Wow, these are pretty small too. They're a little bit bigger. Let's see. So we said 5, so we're going to go here. I'm just putting a couple of seeds in each. I really don't know what to expect of these. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's get some more of these onions. I may be overseeding these, but I have no idea. So, yes. Okay, so we've got all of these. This whole thing is rutabagas and our Savannah sweet onions. And then I'm just going to kind of, I didn't do this before, I'm just going to kind of pinch my tops like so, just a little bit. And I have a little waterer. I'll show you when I get through how I water. And we're going to roll with it and let these try to germinate out here in the greenhouse. If I don't see anything in about 5 days, I'll move them to my garage setup and I'll start a new set. That's going to be my plan. All right, so that's onions, that is rutabagas, and we're testing that out. And the next one, and I'm going to speed this up, or this video is going to be forever, or as SpongeBob would say, forever. If you ever watch SpongeBob, my kids like SpongeBob. All right,
So I planted this on Sunday, August 30th, and by August 3rd, I had all of the brassicas had germinated, and the rutabagas, most of the rutabagas had all germinated with the exception of the American rutabaga in the sun glow. I only had one germinate in the Vermont Compost, and that's an older seed, so that may be why. But none of the onions have sprouted as of yet. Today is August 3rd, and so they haven't sprouted yet. But we still have a few days.
So we got our Stonehenge cabbage, our spring crispy cabbage, which I read on the package, it actually says it's fine to do in the fall. The Godzilla broccoli, and our Jade Cross Brussels sprouts. So I've got 8 plants of each of these started, and Over here we have several rutabagas, and I'm fixing to make a label for them. I made labels for these. So I have these little labels, and I have this little garden marker that I actually got this one off of Amazon, and I actually like this one. It does really well. And these tags have been pretty good as well. Actually, these are the ones from the dollar store. These I don't like, but I like them for stuff like this because I can cut them and just put it over there. So it'll work. However, I don't think this garden marker worked great with this because it's shiny or whatever. I think I had to use a Sharpie before. Anyway, I wanted to show you my little waterer. Now the soil's wet because I pre-moistened it, but you have to, seeds need it to be wet to germinate. This is my little pump here. It is what is it? I think it's Chapin all-purpose sprayer. And I know a lot of people get those really big. I have bigger ones too, but I like this for in here, or even when I'm doing it inside. And all I'm doing here is just giving it a good soaking. And honestly, in the morning, I will come out again. And when I do my chickens, I will come out again and I will make sure I spray these. But anyway, I thank you so much for being here. If you have not subscribed to the channel and you are liking our content, we would appreciate if you would subscribe to the channel. If you found value in this video and videos like this one we would love if you give us a thumbs up. There is some bell you can hit and it will let you know when I upload another video, and if you choose to do that, great. I don't necessarily love the bell, so it kind of drives me crazy because my phone's always going off. So I understand if you don't do that, but if you like to do that, hey, good, go for it. Or if you know someone who may find this of value, please share it. Feel free to share our video. I will leave in the description my waterer, the soils, and my soil block, and I will also put in there other ways you can find us. We have a group on Facebook that is open to anyone who wants to join. We are also on Instagram, and so you can also find us there. But you are going to find the two primary sources are here, and honestly our Facebook group is pretty active. So we would love for you to hop over there and join there as well. And with that, I thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful whatever's rest of your day, whether it's early in the day or late in the day. I am going in to eat some leftovers for dinner and relax, because tomorrow, as Scarlett O'Hara said, is another day. So I'll see you later. Bye.